We got one test down. It is like such a weird position because it was a little cold, my fingers were numb, the sun's in your eyes the whole time, but it's amazing traction. So the second you start to get going, and then the sun gets you and blinds you, and well, bam! Oh. You're on the ground. But dang it, we're riding dirt bikes, baby. Let's go do it some more. The 2024 Sandwinder Enduro is the second race of the TSCEC schedule. It's an event on the McMahon Ranch in Smithfield, Texas, and it always pulls in a ton of off-road racers due to the epic terrain. This year had an especially high turnout due to all the rain the area has been getting. That rain was great for the sandy sections, but some of the lower black dirt sections became quite the slot car mud bog. This enduro is also a sprint enduro. This format relies on multiple laps of multiple test sections and has limited to no transfer sections. I prefer to keep endurance in enduro, and I hope we fight to keep longer attrition-style enduros at the forefront of our sport. This year at the Sandwinder, we had 3 test sections, and each class rode multiple laps per section. The test section I am in right now is Test 3. It's 8 miles long, and the A class had to do 3 laps total in 2 hours. Quick look at me trying to avoid the slot car ruts on my second or third time through this test. As you can see, some of the racers before me thought quickly on their feet, but just a reminder that bushwhacking trail doesn't always end well. Now, I have no idea what those noises were, but they were too fun not to leave in for y'all. But here's a quick look at part of my warm-up since I've been getting some questions around it. I use a band for the shoulders as well as big hugs and arm circles. Then I move on to the lower body with lunges, squats, and side lunges. This is how I start to feel out where my body is. I may do more as I feel the need, but after this, I get the heart rate up a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but something intense enough and long enough to get a slight sweat going on. Test 1, which was the A class's second test section of the day, was right by camp. It's the fastest and most open of the 3 test sections. The sand in the woods gets deep with mini sniper routes, and the open sections, well, they scare the crap out of me. As the day wore on, it really got me thinking about the endurance aspect of an enduro. When enduros first got started, the bikes we rode broke down and the speeds the bike were capable of were slower. Timekeepers kept the rider on their toes, adding a chess game to the act of racing a dirt bike. As bikes got better and riders got faster, the sport evolved towards speed. Once the National Enduro Series moved to the restart format, timekeeping enduros began to die away. This is a welcome evolution for me. Though I grew up doing timekeepers with my dad, I do believe they are a barrier to entry for the hare scramble and cross-country crowd. The growth of the sprint enduro format can be seen as that same evolution, but I'm not as big of a fan. Maybe I'm the old man now walking uphill both ways to school, but sprint enduros take the endurance out of enduro. Sprint enduros keep us comfortably close to our vehicles with easy access for tools, food, water, and hugs. They take away the nature of an enduro, which is based upon the idea of endurance, where a racer should be prepared for an entire day on the bike, packing or planning
for whatever they may need to race at their 100%. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not looking for more comfort in life. I'm looking for a challenge that I can ride away from knowing not everyone who started could finish. Test 2, which was our third test section on the day, was 8 miles long. It was an awesome cross between the first two test sections. The woods flowed a bit more than our first section, and the open sections weren't as long or as wide open as section 2. We still had some low sections that created quite the mud bog, but those got rerouted after a bit. All in all, this was my most fun section of the day. Landowners like the McMahons do this because they love racing and riding dirt bikes. But what happens as longtime racers are no longer with us or have to provide for their families differently? With more land closures and expansion happening in every corner of the country, we're going to have more sprint enduros. A restart or reliability enduro takes a lot of land to cover 60 plus miles of single track, regardless of transfers or long test sections. Sprint enduros don't require as much land due to the format of racing multiple laps on the same test section. The part of the equation that could be good for the sport is electric dirt bikes. As they gain more battery life and more acceptance within the industry, we could see city-run motocross tracks and more allowance in the national forest again. I personally grew up doing trail work in the Kisatchie National Forest with the Louisiana Trail Riders every weekend. I don't see this now that I'm in Texas. It's all private land. We show up, we pay our gate fee, we ride, and we go home. We'll have to reassess this mentality if we want the sport of enduro to be around for generations to come. We'll have to showcase to landowners how we're stewards to their land, partners that care, not just consumers who pay their bills. To sum it up, I want to keep endurance in enduros. I want more events like the Shady Borough Enduro and the Cajun Classic 100 miler, where attrition on the day is almost as important as your speed in the test sections. For that to happen, we'll have to get off the tailgate and put some work in. So what do you guys think about sprint enduros? Do you have an opinion? Do you feel that I was spot on? Do you feel that I'm completely off my mark? Make sure you hit the comments and let us know the experiences you've had while racing sprint enduros, as the format has grown a lot throughout the past couple years. If you guys are excited as I am about keeping endurance and enduro, please go check out the new shirt that is in the shop at shop.seattime.co. Huge thanks to Cody Russell and his amazing illustration and design skills getting this off the charts. If you guys want posters, stickers, patches, things like that, also let us know in the comments. I'm trying to figure that out, but to be completely honest, everything costs money and it's expensive right now, so we're trying to figure it out. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. We get a chance to see you on the trail soon, and if not, of course, we will see you here on the internet. Enjoy getting seat time, stay stoked on dirt bikes, and we will see you for the next one.
Peace.